I'm Wingsong Halo, and today I'm going to be reading a Harry Potter fanfiction called Together by Ducks Are Evil. So, yeah, I'll start on that then. When Harry defeated Voldemort, he destroyed him for good and his family survived. That's news to me. When his aunt wanted to get revenge on his mum, she hired someone to kidnap Harry. Yes, I know, that wasn't a great summary, but was the best I could do. HP x DM, RL x SB, Fred x OC, kinda. Alright, Chapter 1, The Vampire. For people who don't like ANs, everything important I will put in bold like this. It's never gonna be important. Disclaimer. Never will I own the wonderful world that J.K. Rowling has invented using her wonderful imagination, paper, and ink. And the Potter twins belong to Suicidal Button. Except in her story, they're boys. And so does the plot inspiration, which is a lot like hers. So basically, you just copied another writer's story idea. Great. Comfort me with reviews looks up hopefully. Pairings: Harry x Draco, Sirius x Remus, Fred x Suicidal Buttons OC. Chapter 1, The Vampire. Richelle, her twin Nicola, their friend Fred, and his twin George were out in the woods behind Potter Manor, just doing what they did best together, plotting. Plotting what, you might ask? What do you think? Pranks! Pranks, and nothing but pranks until... What was that? Nicola whipped her little head around. Her hair smacked Goergy in the face. I heard something. They all strained their ears and listened. At first, they could only hear the rustle of leaves in the trees and the wind whipping. Nothing at all. They wondered whether Nicola was imagining things. A minute passed, then another. Then... I hear it now, whispered Fred. Can you guys hear someone walking? That would have been me, came a smooth, flowing voice. They all shrieked, half hoping it was just Sirius or James playing a trick, but shrieked even louder when they saw a very tall man with black wavy hair, growing fangs. They were just growing as they were watching. Okay. Crimson eyes and pale skin. That's not a very nice way to greet someone, the man replied, amused by their shrieking. Arrgh! Fred, George, and Nicola ran away, still screaming, but Richelle stood still, paralyzed with fear. Ah, yes, the best out of those four to turn, said the, yep, you guessed it, vampire, and with that he swooped onto Richelle and bit into her neck. And then a tilde, an asterisk, blah, only singular, and a tilde. Meanwhile, back with the others now. Finally, we're out of that really scary forest and not with that scary vampire anymore. Yeah, Rich? Nicola ended that sentence, scared. George tripped over a root. He gingerly picked himself up and rubbed the bruises. They bruised that quickly? Oh no, we have to tell Uncle James and Uncle Sirius about Richelle, Fred cried, still sniffling from the scare and ignoring his clumsy brother's fall. They'll be so angry we left them. I know, was George's answer. We shouldn't have left Rich in there. Anyway, we have to tell them now. Still rubbing his bruises. They started running as fast as their 5 old legs. They only have 5 legs between them, apparently. That's a little odd. Daddy, Uncle Siri, Richelle is in the forest alone with a scary vampire, Nicola shouted, hysterically, still panting. Sirius was the first to respond. Get Remus, James. You're no good when it comes to keeping a calm head, he ordered. So the 3 men set off into the woods to find Richelle. Slowly, the vampire sucked out about half of her blood, and finally he was done. She would be so dead. That should be enough now, he cackled before fading into the trees. Richelle, where are you? Called Sirius. They didn't have to wait long for Remus, so they managed to start searching for her straight away. Oh no, we were too late. Remus, Sirius, and James had arrived just... Okay, so who said that? Remus, Sirius, and James had arrived just in time to see the vampire vanishing. That doesn't really make sense. Richelle, my little girl! James rushed over to her and hugged the girl. Sirius and Remus exchanged glances. This was the first time they had ever seen James break down like this.
Daddy, I feel really dizzy and my neck really hurts,
Richelle whimpered just before she fainted into her dad's arms. And then, tilde asterisk tilde, we can't let the ministry find out about the vampire incident. The twinkle from, understand? The twinkle from his eyes had disappeared from Dumbledore's eyes. Redundant. Of course. We wouldn't dream about telling that so-called ministry about my poor little girl. Lily was silently sobbing, but she managed to say minstry in disgust. Ministry. Yeah, but how are we going to keep this a secret? The ministry finds out about everything. Everyone nodded at Tonks, only a singular Tonk. Tonks outburst. I am sure that the ministry has no spies in this circle of the order. Tell no one else about Richelle. Keep her from showing her vampire side, and then the ministry won't find out about her. Dumbledore pointed out. Agreed. Everyone nodded their head and said agreed. Yeah, agreed. Well then, you can go back to your homes now. And did Dumbledore? With a question mark.
Mommy, is Richie okay?
Asked Harry. Nothing. Don't worry. Everything'll be all right, Lily said, struggling to keep the doubt out of her voice.
Good. Mommy, can you promise me something?
Sure. What is it?
Promise we'll always stay together.
I hope so.
Goody! Can you help me spell Daddy?
Please! Harry stared at his mum with puppy dog eyes. Lily smiled fondly at Harry, her youngest child, her only son who was playing with blocks without a care in the world, unaware to the danger of the world around him. And then line break. So yeah, I had been inspired to write this by Suicidal Buttons fanfic of In My Arms is Sanctuary, which is brilliant and my second favorite fic. This is my first fic, so please don't flame me, but constructive criticism is welcomed, and mistakes that don't fit in with canon, that don't make sense to the story, same goes to grammatical mistakes. I only need one review telling that they want another chapter. K? Good. Till next time, VI. I don't know whether that's like a Roman numeral 6 or Vi as in short for like violet or something. I don't know. Anyway, chapter 2, Kidnapped. What do you prefer? Longer chapters you have to wait longer for, or short chapters you don't have to wait for as long? This chapter is dedicated to Electra107, who, even though didn't review, was the first to give me a story alert. Hope you enjoy. Chapter 2, Kidnapped. 1.5 months later. So, what Cha up to this time? Asked James, grinning as he bounced in the room. Oh, nothing, just a prank on Uncle Mooney, answered Fred, looking innocent and making puppy eyes to add to the act. James whipped his head around, glancing left and right, looking worried. Shh, Mooney may look old. Oi, I heard that. In parentheses. So I guess, like, Lupin can talk through James now. I don't know what that's supposed to signify. But his hearing is as sharp as a wolf, perhaps, Remus suggested, his tone light as he faced James disapprovingly with narrowed eyes. Yes, exactly, James started enthusiastically before trailing off as he relished. Remus was glaring death at him. He lowered his head in half mock shame, realizing that he was about to receive a long lecture from one of his best friends. I didn't hear you come in. Obviously. Take back that comment on me looking old, Remus demanded. Okay, you don't look old. Not. He added the last bit softly, but not softly enough, apparently. I heard that, Remus retorted. Face it, you'll never get me to apologize, James smirked. Just like back in Hogwarts, James laid back lazily. The four sniggered, wondering what was going to happen, while Harry, who was on one of the couches, tried to get more comfortable. Harry yawned and rubbed his eyes. Okay, time for your nap, Harry, Lily said instantly.
But I'm not sleepy,
Harry half-heartedly whined as he gave another yawn. Lily smiled fondly. Oh, yes, you are. Harry nodded as he yawned again.
Fine. Why do you always make
Miggle to bed early and not them? Because they're older than you. Harry pouted. As Lily pulled the blankets over her youngest child's head, Harry spoke up.
Mommy, I'm scared. Please stay with me.
Don't worry, everything will be fine. I'll be here in a few hours. Just go to sleep now. Lily was worried. Harry was never scared, even of the monsters under his bed. If they come out, he just whacks them on the head with a pillow and tells them that if they come out one more time, he'll tell his mommy and daddy and their horrors. It was so cute when they managed to catch him on one of those times. Unfortunately, Lily could hear the telltale bang, which meant Sirius and James were dueling. Trust them to start fighting 1 minute after they're left alone, Lily thought. What have I told you about dueling in front of the kids? Asked Lily as she glared at them. Not to? But I was defending Remy, James and Sirius said at the same time. I guess, James' speech is in bold and, Sirius is in italics. You can... Whatever. You're going to teach them to do the wrong things. And don't you dare snicker at those two. I bet you were cheering them on. Lily turned to look at the twins. Sorry. No, we weren't. About that. No, we definitely weren't. Richelle, George, Nicola, and Fred said also at the same time. She's trying to use, like, different, make the text different. I'm having a brain fart and I can't... Different typefaces, I guess, to differentiate who is speaking, but anyway, you can't do that in narration. Lily sighed. Oh, what on earth was she going to do about them? The bits said by each are color-coded. Yeah, I figured that out. Shh, don't make a noise. Wait, I forgot you can't. The huge man laughed sadistically as he carried a struggling and gagged Harry. A still struggling Harry managed to say. What was that? Oh, sorry, I don't know gibberish. The man laughed at his own poor excuse of a joke before apparating. James, I can't find Harry. I just went to check on him and he wasn't there. Oh no, what if someone kidnapped him? He's so young, but who do you think would want to kidnap him? Another gasp. Oh, my poor little baby, Lily babbled on as she started to hyperventilate. Lils, calm down. Take a deep breath. We'll tell Dumbledore about this and we'll find him. Sirius, get a paper bag. And to think you said I was not good when it came to panicking. James turned to Sirius smirking before... Should you really act so high and mighty? Your child was just kidnapped, you asshole. Turned to Sirius smirking before turning to the real situation. Yeah, well, you've been working on that. Sirius realized. Even in times like this, the two still managed to fit in a bit of humor. That doesn't matter right now. I'll owl Dumbledore. James headed off to the owlery with a scared expression on his face. And that was chapter 2. Sorry for that. I had to briefly take a quick break. But anyway, I'm back, and chapter 3 is just an author's note. So, I am not starting the next chapter until someone reviews, because I like to know what people think about my story. I am sorry, but I don't know anything that's on your minds. And, that's all there is of Together. So, I guess she didn't get enough reviews to satisfy her. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Bye.